Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I look like a ghost. Today I'm doing a get ready with me. I've already started with my base of my foundation and concealer and eye primer. So if you're interested in seeing how the rest of this look comes together with my freshly dyed hair, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Alright, as I said, I have my foundation, which is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in Fair. I looked this up on L'Oreal's website and apparently they don't make Fair anymore. The lightest they have is light. So yeah, but it does oxidize a little bit dark for my skin tone. So I mixed it with my concealer, which right now is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 001. Is very light, gives me a ghostly appearance, but mixed with this foundation, before I put any other color on my face, I look pretty paper white like a ghost. So that is my natural skin tone. It looks like a good match to me. I don't know, let me know what you think. Does that look like a good match? So let's go ahead and continue on and start putting some color back into my face now that I've got this dark hair again. I'm washed out even more. So we're going to start with a little bit of cream blush. Currently I'm using this lipstick from Ulta Beauty in 315. It's called Party Crusher, and this is a nice color for me. It is a cool toned mauve. That is what it looks like there. And I have worn this once before and it's really a nice color on me. Just a little subtle bit of color. So it's hard to make sure I get it even because like I can't see both sides of my, well I can, but it's hard to see both sides of my face completely at the same time. I always feel like one side is more than the other. And also my lighting is a little bit uneven. I feel like this side of my face gets a little more light than this side, so it's hard to tell. But I think that's pretty even. Get a little bit on my nose. Alright. And then we're going to go ahead and set all that down with my powder. I forgot to grab my brushes. Okay, so I am currently using the Kokie setting powder in translucent. It is almost empty, so we'll see how much we can get out of it. And I got these little powder puffs from Ulta recently, so we'll go ahead and use a little bit of that. I don't know if it helps, but I've been using it under my eyes and around my nose to help set everything down. I guess that way I'm not dusting as much powder off into the ether. Go around my mouth because I tend to get sweaty there if I have a hot flash. And then set my eyelid primer. Although today's pretty cool, so I don't feel like the heat or humidity are going to be much for us at the moment. Alright, let's see if I can get some powder out into the lid to brush on the rest of my face. Barely, I think. We're going to have to call it for this powder. Good thing I have another. Okay, powder brush. Have to remember, I recently heard the tip to press it into your face instead of brushing it, so trying to remember to do that. And yes, I did, as I said, just recently, I just dyed my hair yesterday. and it is a combination of Arctic Fox colors. It's some black, some dark red, and some dark blue. And if it was in the sunlight, you would see there's like a purple sheen to it. I like it, but for the most part, it looks pretty much black, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I will probably go to back to a permanent dark violet again next time, but for now, as my scalp is still recovering, I think that's all the powder I can get out of this. All that's left is like what's stuck to the sides. So I might be able to pop the sifter out and get that, but that's good for now. All right. So that's our start. Let me wipe this lipstick off the back of my hand before I end up smearing it on something. All right. Now we're going to start with the rest of the face. I've got this little loose bronzer. It is what's left of the Complex Culture Sun Bath Bronzer in Play. And I just dumped out way too much. You have to be careful with it because it's not completely crumbled and powdered, you know, dusted. There are still some chunks in it, so occasionally if I see some chunks, I will just have to break them up with the end of my brush. Otherwise, I did that one day and I ended up with like streaks on my face, and it was like, oh, okay, that took a little extra blending to get rid of. And I decided to wear dangling earrings today. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I'm trying to go through my jewelry and decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I don't. And these ones I think were a gift from someone, so we'll see. I'm not used to wearing dangly earrings, but we'll make it work. Okay, other side. I've started doing this pouncing, so I get it in place and then blending. That also helps in case there's any of those chunks. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Oh, I just got hair all over my face. I'm doing well. It is fall. And I don't know about you, but every fall I feel like it's like time for change. And I don't know if that's like because the seasons are changing. And you know, it's like, oh, we're going to get ready for like cocoon season where we're going to hibernate. Or if it's a reflection of the back to school mentality. But yeah, last year I went hard into like witchy aesthetic, which I like the aesthetic. But I've realized this year that the witchcraft practices are not my jam. Just not my jam. For years I've tried and I keep going on and off and it doesn't stick. And I'm like, this is not what I'm interested in. The beliefs, the paganism of the beliefs, that I can totally understand and jive with. But the witchcraft practices, nah, not my cup of tea. I like the aesthetic and I like the pagan religion, but not that. So, I'm not doing that this year. But this year, I've kind of gotten into sort of a reimagination of myself, like how I dress, what I wear, how I present myself, hair color, which has been a thing ongoing. All right, going in with my blush. This is NYX Buttermelt Blush in my Butter Half. It is the lightest hot pink. This is a bold blush, so let's start over here, and we're just going to tap it on and blend it in. It is quite bold, but it does blend out quite nicely. I almost think my bronzer's a little bit too warm for my complexion. I think I'd rather just go with contour in the future, so note to self, in the future, buy contour, not bronzer. But yes. Anyway, this year, yeah, I'm focusing on way I dress. I've been watching some YouTube channels, getting inspiration on different ways to wear my clothes. I used to describe my style as bohemian goth, which I've come to learn is whimsy goth, which that was before I even knew what whimsy goth was, so it's like, okay. But most of the time I am wearing t-shirts and leggings, or at home I'm wearing my pajamas, so yeah. I want to break out of that rut of just, going with the t-shirt and leggings or t-shirt and jeans aesthetic and put a little more thought into what I wear. And I recently heard about an app called Wearing, Wering. It's, I guess, UK based because things are mainly come up as UK, pounds and UK sizes. But it's basically an app where you can catalog all your clothing and then you can like put together outfits. I've been doing that slowly, adding things from my wardrobe and cataloging the outfits I've been wearing. And like I said, it's a lot of leggings and t-shirts, and I want to break out of that, so that is what I'm focusing on. Also going through my jewelry and finding which jewelry I like and enjoy wearing, because sometimes for me wearing jewelry is an extra chore that I don't want to do. Going in with my highlight from the Aspen palette, and I'm using this shade here called Iced Out. And also like customizing some of my t-shirts, because a lot of the t-shirts, look the same, but like this one you can see it maybe is noticeable. I've cut the neck out of it. I find this fit more comfortable. And I have other shirts that I want to adjust the fit on. So I'm looking at things, playing with that. Also want to get into doing some hand sewing. And just little things to improve. I have a crochet project that I started a couple years ago with the Yarnathon. Not actually participating in Yarnathon, but like got inspired by it. And I have this really cool blanket that I'm making that it's a patchwork, and it's been years in the making, and I haven't worked on it in a really long time. So kind of want to finish that. I think right now I'm stuck because I don't understand the instructions on the patch I'm working on, the square I'm working on, so I have to like go watch a tutorial. And yeah, also with Joann's closing, I don't know if I'll be able to replenish my yarn stash for this project, because I was getting pretty much all my yarn for this project from Joann's. I haven't been to Michael's to see if they have the same ones, because Michael's is not very convenient to my house. Alright, let me put my face color products away, and then we'll get started on the eyes, because I'm sure that's what most people like to see. Alright, so let's start with my brows. I have my Marvicorn, which actually, yes, we'll go ahead and do it. I was going to play with a dark purple brow. Let's go for it. I don't have anywhere particular to go today, and we're just going to play with makeup and have fun. So let's do a dark purple brow. Since I have a dark purple in my pan, those eyeshadows project, might as well use it and see how it does on my brows. I did use a dark purple on my brows once before, and it worked okay. I don't remember when or what dark purple it was. I don't think it was this one, but... Alright, just using this brush. This is an e.l.f. Brow Lift applicator. It's got a spatula on one end, but I like the spoolie. Just kind of brush them into shape. I don't ever use something to hold them in shape because I don't feel it's necessary, but I like to get the shape defined. And then I'm going to take this little brush. This is from Estate. I think this is their angled eyeliner brush. I use it for my brows. And we're going to go into the Glam Light Hershey's Kiss Special Dark. And shade number 5 is in my Pan Those eyeshadows. And let's see how this looks. If it looks too purple, we'll go back over it with black. But I feel like it's just going to look dark. Yeah, I think that looks okay so far. Kind of going in with a light hand. So yeah, do you guys get like the urge in the fall time to, like, you know, change or start something new, or, you know, self-improvement time? And if so, what have you started getting that feeling this year? And if so, what is your self-improvement goal? Like I said, mine's working on my wardrobe, but also I'm like, my space that I live in is still kind of like, and I want to improve it. I don't think that looks too bad. Of course, it makes noticeable all the hairs that are under my eyebrow that I don't particularly want, but we'll make those fade in later. Yeah, I don't think that looks purple. It doesn't scream purple at me. What do you think? Does it look purple to you? It doesn't look scream purple to me. So we're going to continue on with the other eyebrow. My eyebrows are not even. I'm sure everybody who has eyebrows and does makeup will tell you they're cousins. Not, I mean, maybe they're sisters, but they're definitely not twins. I have a hair. Tried to pull my hair back, but it's getting longer. My hair seems to grow quite fast. I was just going through my thumbnails, looking at hair and like looking at how recently I got my hair cut and how much it's grown out already. It's like, oh, it was much shorter and now it's already growing out, especially my side floof. So yeah. Alright, I think I could use a little bit more right here. Alright, I think that looks good. And then the piece de resistance, I go back through the brush and kind of just brush it through. And it picks up a little bit of the product and gives a little bit of hair strokes. So it doesn't look like I just slathered, you know, powder in an eyebrow shape behind my hair, which is basically what I did. There we go. Softened it. Cool. Now we have dark. I have dark purple eyebrows, but you can't tell really, can you? Alright, so for eye look, I kind of wanted to do green because I feel like I haven't worn green in a little while, and I do have a dark green in my Pan Those eyeshadows still. So let me see. Let's start with my good old transition shade, which is Flotter in the Marvicorn. And we're just going to pat that on. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Hopefully the resolution doesn't blow out. Is that close enough? Okay. Hopefully that's good. Let me know in the comments if the resolution is horrible and you hate it and you don't want to see me zoom in again. I am working on upgrading my camera, but that takes money, and so do lots of things in life, so it's a work in progress. Alright, just grabbed 3 random clean brushes, and we're going to start with this one here from BH Cosmetics. It's sort of a angled fluffy brush. And too many eyeshadow palettes in front of me now. We might come back to the Marvicorn. I haven't decided, but we're gonna go into, try not to blind you, this shade here, Organized AF from the Sapphire for September. And I'm just gonna put that in the outer corner and a little bit along the lower lash line. Like so. I feel like this is the shade that is the closest to hitting pan, so maybe we'll get lucky. It's hard to tell because I have the camera there and then my mirror's down here and it's at a different angle, so that's why I keep looking up that to make sure it looks symmetrical. And then just no additional product, just gonna go around and blend the edges. Bringing it into the crease a little bit farther, like so. And do the same on this side. My eyes are definitely slightly different shapes. This eye is slightly different than this eye because I can never get them to look the same. Alright, and we're going to go in with the same brush and we're going to take a little bit of this lighter green here called Confidence with the same brush, and we're going to go just around the edge, the top, along the crease, and blend that out and bring it in. Actually, we're going to switch to this teeny little, this is from Shayna B, and it is a precision blending brush. And then I have this little liner brush from e.l.f. I'm going to go back into Organized AF. And bring it in along that lower lash line and upper lash. Doing a powdered eyeliner. Like so. A little bit more, deepen up that outer corner. So if any of you have used that app I was talking about wearing, let me know. And maybe we could follow each other. Because there is a whole social thing. You can like follow people and then look at their wardrobe and suggest outfits for them, and you also have mood boards and wish lists, and I haven't gotten into a whole lot of it, but there are, you know, ways. And also the app will, like, you could go through all the clothes that you have cataloged and just randomize it, and it'll come up with something for you. So that's a cool way to try and wear something different. Alright, and taking that same liner brush, and just can take a little bit of Confidence, the lighter green, and bring that in. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. I have hair going across my face somewhere. Did not hit pan yet, but I feel like still there's really close. Alright, then we're going to go in with some shimmer, and I'm going to use a gold. So let me get my glitter glue, which is finally getting low. I've had this forever. It's the first glitter glue I ever owned. It is the BH Cosmetics Base Booster, which you can't get anymore because it's from BH Cosmetics. That doesn't exist. Alright, tap that and just put a little on my fingers, rub them together, and then tap that on the inner half of my lids. And I think we're gonna go in with a brush. So I feel like sometimes when I use my finger, it gets all over the place, a little out of control. So I just got a flat, like, packing brush. And we're just gonna tap, tap, tap. It's not as impactful doing it this way as if I had done it with my finger, but I do have more control on placement. Just kind of drag that to blend those together a little bit. There we go. And we'll do the other side. What's your clothing style aesthetic? I have a hair. Are you a jeans and t-shirt kind of person, or jeans and legging kind of person too? Let me know. I always welcome dialogue with viewers. Okay, just a little bit dark green on the outer corner. Still trying to find that hair that is floating around somewhere in my face. There it is. Don't know if that'll get it out of my face, but okay, gonna go in with just a little bit of the Organized AF, darken that outer corner out again. Too much there, and drop my brush. There we go. Now, inner corner, do I have a yellow highlighter in here? I don't, but I have a white. I have a peach, but I could do the gold in the inner corner, but I don't feel like it's a good match. So we're going to go with a little bit of white, which is called Frosted AF. And just pop that in there. I don't have a green one either. That works. Gonna go off camera, put on mascara and eyeliner, and we'll be right back. Alright, so let me grab my hair clip. Without pulling my hair out. Hello. There we go. Just kind of shaggy mess. That's what I'm going for. I'm learning to accept a shaggy mess. And I don't feel like, doing something more with it. Okay, for eyeliner, I went in with the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Deep Sea Baby, which is a deep navy, and the Wet n Wild Mega Protein Mascara just on the upper lid lashes. I don't like putting mascara on my lower lashes. I just don't. Alright, and I started doing my lips, and then I thought, you know what, I should probably wait and do that on camera so you guys can see this colorful look I'm going for. I've tried it once before, and it looked okay, so we're going to do it again. Going in with the Wet n Wild Multi-Stick in blue. It's a semi-matte, and blew me away. I know the name is on here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? Oh, there it is. Blew me away, it's on the end. It was on the side of the packaging, but that was probably the plastic wrap. So we're going to line with this. And if you're afraid of a blue lip, this is bold. I'm not. In case you didn't know by now. Okay, smush that a little to soften it. Could leave it like that, but I'm not going to. We're gonna go in with a sample of the YSL Rouge Veloute something balmy lipstick, and this is the shade Chili Delight. Sort of an orangey red. Give you a swatch of it on my hand, and we're gonna just put this on there. And it came with this little a little lip brush because I don't have one. Alright, smush them all together. And I think that's okay. It's not even, but I think it is good enough. It makes the orange less orange, and combined with the blue, it makes it purplish. And if I really wanted to, I could go back in with a little more blue. There we go. Wipe that off. Yeah, that YSL sample is very balmy, but highly pigmented. Alright, and that is the look. Kind of, the lips turn sort of a purpley, red, black, all of the above. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this and nail polish and other makeup panning videos, then hit the subscribe button. And until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I love you no matter who or what you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.